Welcome everybody to Somewhere in Vegas here on Spreaker.com. I am Mark the Q. I am your host. Again, we are rewinding to some of our old great interviews we've had in our past 13-year history. On this episode, we're going to look back to the Discovery Channel and two of its great stars. One guy that has done very little interviewing at that point because he's been busy in the middle of nowhere, Les Stroud, the Survivorman. We'll be talking to him a little bit about his show, and somebody actually calls in to talk about Bigfoot. He ended up doing a series about trying to find Bigfoot as well. So we'll have that interview coming up later. But first, we're going to be talking to Mikey Tutle. This is back from, I think it's 2012. We'll be talking about 8 years ago when Mikey was talking a little bit about about the show and his relationship with his family, and working at Orange County Choppers and American Chopper, the show itself as well. So without further ado, we're going to have Mikey Tutle on first. We'll have a commercial break, and then we'll have our interview with Les Stroud.
Mark?
Hey, Mikey.
How are you, Mark?
Good. How's things going on in the shop?
They're going well.
Good to hear.
Yeah.
And you guys are obviously taping for the next season?
Yes, we are, actually. Yeah, we got plenty of bikes lined up for this season.
And I guess, go ahead.
No, I was just going to bring up that we had traveled to South Africa, Brazil. My father got married. A lot of exciting stuff.
I'll tell your father congratulations.
I will.
And when you guys were in Brazil this season around, you definitely were like rock stars. What it feels like to kind of be like a rock star out there in Brazil?
For me, it's unsettling, to be totally honest. But it's flattering at the same time, But anytime you get into a crowd where there's masses of people and they've gone a little too far and they've been drinking, it's never what you think it would be, It's not like a Beatlemania feeling where you feel good and you get out of a plane and you give everybody a peace sign like Nixon or something. It's kind of scary for me. And
what does it mean to be? Do you think this show would have carried? Do you think that this show would carry you so far as being a huge star on TV?
Did I think it was going to happen? What's the question? Can you repeat the question again?
Oh,
I apologize.
I can repeat the question. Do you think after being on the show you'd be such a huge star?
No, I didn't. I never thought I would play a big role in the show at all. I always thought I would kind of be part of the background, or as a background of different stories, especially that have to do with my father and brother, his family. But I never thought I would be one of the main characters in the show. It's just motorcycle engineering and designing, and anything that has to do with it really isn't in my blood. And they love it, so just worked out well.
Okay, if you have any questions for Mikey, the number is 347-215-7952. That's 347-215-7952. What do you exactly, is there an exact duty that you guys do you yourself do in the shop?
No, multi-purpose, but my official title is like webmaster, which I think they just gave me to be nice, because I'm almost computer illiterate, but I have a really good support team.
Now, this season you said that you were a huge fan of the Michigan Wolverines. Have you ever considered maybe going to college eventually?
I thought I'd go to college when I was 26. I don't know why 26. It just seemed like a good year. But 26 is coming past because of the show. I've been very busy. Maybe. You never know. I'd have to explore my options, I suppose, after the show's finished. And
would you go to Michigan? Would you consider going to Michigan?
Oh, I'd love to. Of course, yeah, if they would accept me. Based on my high school grades, they probably wouldn't, but I don't know how they go about it these days.
And in any certain genre that you'd think that when going to college is there any certain degree that you would love to get?
Psychology.
Psychology, very interesting.
Yeah, I work with a bunch of cuckoos, so it's kind of nice to try to break down their behavior and figure it out.
And speaking of which, it kind of seemed like the glue that holds the whole situation together between your father and your brother. I mean, has it always been that way? You know, basically that you've been kind of the peaceful person between the two.
Yeah, you know, growing up when there were 6 of us all together, I had a lot more refereeing to do. So it's always kind of been my place in the family, but now it's luckily only my place pretty much between my father and my brother.
And would you ever consider maybe doing like a show on the side or whatever? I saw that this season you guys did a show where you went up to the Boston area and got lobsters and brought them back. Would you consider maybe spinning off and doing another show just on your own?
Yes. Yes, and anybody who's listening, I'm definitely up to it.
Yeah, you're absolutely welcome here at Blog Talk to do a radio show if you ever wanted to. But
thank you.
And let me take a look. Let's take a look at this season coming up. You guys did a bike from My Name's Earl. You obviously starred in one of the episodes. What was it like being on the set of My Name's Earl?
You know, we really didn't get to go on the set quite yet. We're going to be, I guess, doing a cameo in one of their episodes soon. With the writer's strike and all, we couldn't do it as part of our show, you know. And but we did, however, get the writer Jeff Garcia and Jason Lee and a couple guys from the cast to come over to the shop while we were building the bike and designing it, and they were just wonderful people.
And obviously Daytona Bike Week's coming up in the next couple weeks. What's it going to be like going back down there?
Well, you know, that's kind of our bread and butter. That's where we started out, and we love going back down there to see the people and, you know, mainly get away from the cold weather up here. And we're just kind of looking forward to it. We're going to be at our trailer signing right next to the Speedway on March 6th and 7th. And it'll be me, my brother, Jason Poole, Rick Petco, and Jason and Rick will be there the 8th as well.
And any bikes you're bringing down to Daytona this year?
Yeah, most of our production bikes will be on display, along with, I believe, some of our specialty bikes.
And your guys' world headquarters is going to be open up this coming March. What's
yes,
like to
at the end of March, we're going to be moving over there. I kind of like it. It is probably about 20 minutes further away from my house than our shop right now is, but it'll definitely be a bigger facility, and I believe I'll be getting my own office. That's kind of exciting, you know.
Yeah, that'll be interesting, you know, obviously to see these are new decorations in the new office, so that'll be very interesting for you. You guys, I think you guys are right now, we have a couple more bikes still going, and this week episode you have a Craftsman Die Hard bike that you guys work on, right?
Yes, sir. Craftsman and Die Hard, all bought by Sears. We had fun. I had a lot of fun with the Die Hard build because my brother built the Craftsman. My brother built the Die Hard bike. I'm sorry. My father built the Craftsman, and then I built a battering ram with the help of our engineer Jim Quinn, out of a go-kart engine and Die Hard batteries. It actually runs on Die Hard batteries, and we were able to ram through about 5 doors with it. So that was kind of an accomplishment for me. And at the same time, it was very much a fun time.
Okay. And tell me what to look forward to this next season. What companies are you involved with these new bikes?
Well, as you know, Craftsman and Die Hard. Klipsch, which is a speaker company. So anybody knows anything about speakers, they know Klipsch is kind of one of the top-of-the-line speakers. A Vega Bike, which is a plumbing fitting company. BSN, which is a nutritional supplement company. The Army National Guard bike, the My Name is Earl bike, and Gander Mountain, which is pretty much a store for the outdoorsman. Kind of camo, camping, guns, all that fun stuff.
Excellent. And I mean, is there let's see, is there any certain bike that you liked that you guys made?
I really enjoyed building the Mikey Vinny bike.
Liking the mini bike, yeah. And what about your brothers and all that? Is there any bike or that your father, your brother built that you really like?
Yeah, my father, I really liked the POW MIA bike that he built. I thought it was a nice tribute, and it was a very nice mix between an older style and a newer style chopper. And for my brother, it's the Black Widow still. To me, to this day, I think it's the nicest looking bike he's built. Okay.
And obviously they have those Mikey for President shirts. Do you still make those shirts?
I think they do. I'm not certain.
Okay.
I'm pretty certain they do, though.
It seems to be very popular with the people that my fans on my show. So
yeah, a lot of kids like them.
A lot of kids like them, yeah. And I mean, yeah. Hold on one second. We do have a call.
You do.
623.
Let's take it.
623. Are you there? Oh, lost him. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's see, what else can we talk about?
You should just have like the program manager call in.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, a lot of my listeners are strangely enough shy. I mean, I get a lot of great guests on here, and
really,
I mean, yeah, I've got a lot of country stars on here. I had Charlie Daniels on a couple months ago, and I have a lot of guys from like TLC and Discovery and VH1 on, and yeah, they're always so shy about trying to call in or whatever. So
I met Charlie Daniels' son in Nashville not too long ago. Nice fella.
Yeah. I mean, is there any? I mean, you met Billy Joel. Is there any other celebrities that you would really love to meet?
Well, we got to build a bike with Bill Murray. That was wonderful. He was my tops. But aside from him, Jack Nicholson.
Do you like basketball at all, or?
Not so much anymore. I've met too many basketball players, and they're way too egotistical.
Yeah.
The same goes for most sports, actually. It's kind of a shame, but a lot of these guys have just relied too heavily on their physical ability, and they've never developed as people. But some of them are really good people, so I don't want to group them all together.
Are you still playing badminton?
All the time. Love it.
And then, I mean, they always say I think a little factor they had was on the show was that you always wear your shorts. Is that true?
Yeah, it doesn't matter if it's 8 below. I love it.
You love it.
Yeah, just the freedom.
One
of those people.
Yeah, and what do you think? I mean, I was listening to your brother talk at the Central Christian Church here in Vegas, and he was talking a little bit about his faith and how he's thinking about going to church a lot more often now, and he talked a little bit about the fact that when he first saw that first cut of the show, he thought it was a disaster. Do you kind of think the same way when you first saw that first episode?
No, I didn't have as much at stake. I was just working for my brother Daniel at the time, actually doing iron work. So I had no real stake in the business for the motorcycle company or anything like that. And from watching it, I really didn't think it was that bad. They were just being kind of paranoid about it, and I could see how they could kind of look upon it as something that could have tanked their business. But once they saw, the ratings and everything like that, and the reply and all the emails, and the fact that, our website kept crashing from being overloaded with people, they just went with it. And they've been arguing like that for 6 years. And
what about living with a family that obviously your brother said that that addiction was a big part of his life, and so was your father. What was it like watching them struggle with it and be able to overcome it?
It shows a lot about a person when they're addicted to something and then they give it up. it doesn't